Gower? No.
Yeah, I guess so. We're waiting for them.
Who are we waiting for?
Just for them, but ready. We can call this meeting to order of the Retirement Board, January 17th, 2024. And I understand there's 2 public comments. Do you have it with you?
Yes, I think somebody else has just signed up. Let me just check. Thanks.
Michael Hanks? If you could just repeat your name, but also say your township.
Good morning, I'm from Percy. Good morning, everyone. Got your denial letter, as I affectionately call it. Some of my cohorts feel that way too. We're, again, disappointed and a bit discouraged. We know that your jobs up there are very, very difficult. As elected officials, nothing's easy. You wear many hats, okay? One of the main hats you wear is a hat of problem solving, okay? This problem has not been resolved. We don't feel comfortable in being told to resolve this problem at our county house where we get them to change the law. That's not going to resolve it. It just lets you give us a little something. We're looking for the call amount, not part of it, okay? Very frustrated, very discouraged, and also very much unappreciated that we as county employees have been working here for so many, myself, over 27 years. And we're not asking for a raise, we're just looking to keep up with inflation, okay? I suggest that please go back to the drawing board, try to figure this out. Maybe you include a portion of the possible COLA amount in the beginning of the budget for the beginning of the year. You factor that in early instead of later, and then say, and you can't say, well, we can't do it because it's this amount of money. I respect how much money it would have cost you, but I think if you would have come up with a number ahead of time, maybe to factor it in on the front end instead of the back end, maybe you could have done something. And I realize you can't supposedly give us part of it unless this law changes, but I don't really care about the law. Okay, we should be getting the call amount, not part of it. So respectfully, I ask you to take a look at it again because we're gonna keep coming here and we're gonna ask you respectfully to please problem solve this issue. Thank you.
James Frederick?
Oh, Magoo, you've done it again. Another year without a COLA. I looked around the pension law for ways that you could do less. Well, congratulations, you're already there. And condolences, because I know you'd like to do less. Whether you hear from the 1,900 or so retirees or not, they're all unhappy about the coal you put in their stocking. And conclusion, thank you for your years of service.
Robert Bezenza?
I just have a question. You know, I handle my family's finances, and there's a thing called putting money to the side. Like, I retired in 2019, and there was an increase that year, and I wasn't eligible for 2020. I wasn't eligible because I retired in 19. And then every year you get these, well, the first year I believe it was too low, like it was 0.04. And it was too low. You couldn't give us a raise because it was too low. Then like the remaining year, one year we didn't even get a letter, I believe. And then all the other years it was too high. So you tell me if one's too low and one's too high, answer me, where's it supposed to be? Yeah, well, 0.04. Why didn't you give 0.04 that year if it was so low? You decided to give nothing.
So if anybody wants to answer you, we'll answer when all the public comment's done.
Oh, okay, all right. And I also don't understand, I mean, just running a house, you put money away for a rainy day. So if it was too high that year, can't you put a little bit here? Then if it's too high the next year, a little bit here. Then the next year, a little bit here. Then in 3 or 4 years, maybe there's something you can match because you were putting money away. I I mean, you people are smart. Why don't nobody ever think of that? That's all,
Thank you.
that's what I gotta say.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, in answer to these questions, and I'll give everybody else a chance to speak, the first thing I would say is, we all know about retirement planning. You don't plan your retirement based on thinking that there's going to be a COLA in the county pension, because there's no reason that we would need to do that, and there are plenty of people, including teachers, who don't get a COLA in the pension. I know I am planning for retirement and assuming I will not get a COLA. And we know that we provide probably one of the best retirement plans out there. Most people in this county have no pension plan that they are able to rely on at all. We cannot put money away, and I don't know if you've watched any of our meetings, but we've been saying this for 3 years, that we can't put money away towards your COLA. We can't put $20 million away every year. A COLA isn't a one-time event. If we could do that, it might be easier, just give you $1,000 extra this year. But if we give you a raise, it's $20 million every year in perpetuity. There's just no way the taxpayers of this county, especially those who do not have pension plans, can afford that. Now, we want to do something, and it doesn't rest with us. It rests with your state representatives and your state senators. It's in the letter. We've told you to go to them. We go to them all the time. They need to change it so we can do something for you. Any other board members?
Covered it well, thank you.
Thank you. No. Secretary's report, acceptance of the minutes for the December 2023 meeting. Is there a motion to approve them?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Hearing none, they are approved. The Secretary's report for December.
Thank you. Attached to your board packet was the Bucks County Employees Retirement System transactions for the month of December 2023. The total amount of contributions received from members in December was $1,474,413. The total amount of member contributions refunded in December was $243,848, representing 27 former county employees. The total amount of monthly pension benefits issued in December was $4,657,817, representing 1,911 retirees. The following people retired in December of 2023. Evelyn Brennan from Register of Wills with a length of service of 14 years, 11 months, and 26 days. Donald Connor from the Main Jail with a length of service of 20 years, 3 months, and 16 days. Susan Cummings from Register of Wills with a length of service of 14 years, 9 months, and 26 days. Diane DiMidio of Court Stenographers with a length of service of 21 years, 2 months, and 17 days. Vivian Doe from Nursing with a length of service of 9 years, 6 months, 4 days. Amy Hall from the Controller's Office with a length of service of 32 years, 1 month, and 12 days. Michelle Henry from the District Attorney's Office with a length of service of 20 years, 11 months, and 23 days. Frances LaRose from Nursing with a length of service of 9 years, 1 month, and 5 days. Deborah Mumbauer from the Health Department with a length of service of 20 years, 6 months, and 9 days. Tracy Murphy from Children and Youth Department with a length of service of 23 years, 7 months, and 26 days. Helen O'Meara from the Health Department with a length of service of 22 years, 2 months, and 6 days. Stacy Roach from Children and Youth Department with a length of service of 32 years, 4 months, and 10 days. Carolyn Cillian from Nursing Department with a length of service of 24 years, 9 months, 26 days. Elizabeth Watts from the Controller's Office with a length of service of 10 years, 4 months, and 24 days. Paula Williams from the Board of Assessment with a length of service of 25 years, 6 months, and 6 days. The total amount of death benefits issued in December of 2023 was $8,664, representing 1 deceased employee and 5 deceased retirees. Also attached to your board packet was the Bucks County Employees Retirement Fund Investment Accounts Reconciliation for the month ended December 31st, 2023. And the market value as of December 31st, 2023 was $939,505,171.89. Thank you.
Are there any questions for the secretary? Is there a motion to approve the secretary's report for December?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Request to purchase FMLA absent time for Erica Froelich.
Yes, Ms. Froelich from the Main Courts is requesting to purchase her FMLA absent time from June 23rd, 2021 through July 19th, 2021, at a total cost of $801.65. If approved, she plans to complete her purchase with a lump sum payment for the total of $801.65. I'll make a motion to approve her request.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The review of the investment allocation to Ben Franklin's Go Pennsylvania Fund. Anybody, do you want to talk about this, Mr. Commissioner Harvey?
Yeah, the board did receive some information about this fund by Ben Franklin. We use Ben Franklin, have quite a few investments and partnerships with Ben Franklin. This fund would be, we're starting up a fund, requesting the board consider making a contribution or making an investment in this fund, which would be focused on Pennsylvania-based companies that have shown a record of growth. I know that we have, talking to Ms. Duran, she has forwarded information about this fund to PFM. So at this time, we haven't gotten a report back from them about their advice, so I don't, I'm fine waiting to hold on to see what PFM says before making a decision, but I think it's good just to kind of, let people know this is something we're considering. Ben Franklin has a pretty good reputation and a pretty good track record in terms of investment success with us and other funds. So, and I like the idea of investing in businesses that are still growing in the process of, they may not be that old, a couple years old, but they've shown that they can be successful, and they are, as I said, Pennsylvania-based companies. So I think that's all the comments I have.
Any other comments from board members?
No.
So we'll put it back on the agenda for when we hear back from PFM to see what we're going to do. Okay. Are there any other matters to come before the board?
There's one thing I noticed, that it was a question somebody had emailed myself, I don't know if they emailed other board members or not, asking about the reports that we get, the controller read off the investment, kind of reports that we have here about what happens on a monthly basis or yearly basis. And I kind of looked online. I don't think these are posted online, these reports. Periodically they are? Yeah, I'm wondering if maybe this is something we could post, with the minutes. I think we post the minutes of these meetings, so we probably could post these as well, just so people can see them. They can pull them up on their own if they want to. That's just my suggestion. I don't know if that's a difficult thing to do or not.
I'm with me. I think that's great. More transparency, the better.
Yeah. Okay.
All right with everybody?
Because the minutes are posted every month. Basically, after we're approved, we post the minutes, I think, on the website, so, okay.
You can do that. Do we need a motion for that, Ms. Fitzpatrick? We just can ask to do that. It's a policy. Thank you. Anybody else? Any other matters to come before the board? I just wanted to clarify on two things. First of all, this is, in public comment, we take public comment. It is not a discussion back and forth. And the second thing is I just wanted to be clear on some numbers. So this year, to keep everybody's pension solvent, so you have it, we had to put 16.5 million tax dollars into it. So I want you to understand that that's the kind of math we have to do. We have to take 16 million just to keep it solvent. If we had given you a 3% COLA, which is higher than we would probably be able to give, it would have been 15 million more this year, and then with the actuarial, it would have been another 2 to 3 million on 15 million every year. So I just want you to hopefully understand the gravity of that kind of math and what that would mean, and what it means to the other 631,000 people who live here. So unless anybody else has a comment, I will accept a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned.